Hello, everyone. Let's see if you know as much about science and nature as you think you do. Welcome to my channel. Let's have it. It's time for some fun science facts. Do you think you know them all? Let's start. 1. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit at sea level. We all know that right, wrong, if you're at a higher altitude like Mount Everest, where the atmospheric pressure is lower, then the boiling point of water will actually be lower too. For example, at the summit of Mount Everest, water boils at approximately 70 degrees Celsius or 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 2. The human body is about 60% water. You heard that right. Our bodies are more than half made up of water. In fact, every cell in our body needs water to function properly. Water helps transport nutrients throughout our body and also plays a key role in regulating our body temperature. That's why it's so important to stay hydrated. So remember to drink plenty of water throughout the day to keep your body functioning at its best. Number 3. The Earth revolves around the Sun once every 365.25 days. Did you know that? Of course. Well, not so fast. There's a twist. While it takes approximately 365 days for the Earth to revolve around the Sun, the length of a year is actually 365.25 days. That's because the Earth's orbit is slightly elliptical and it moves faster when it's closer to the Sun. As a result, it takes an extra quarter of a day each year to complete one full orbit. This means that every 4 years we have a leap day on February to account for this extra time. Now you know that. 4. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. This molecule carries genetic instructions for the development, functioning and reproduction of all known organisms and many viruses. The 2 strands of the DNA double helix are held together by hydrogen bonds between the paired bases. The 4 types of bases are adenine, A, guanine, G, cytosine, C, and thymine. T. Here's a little mnemonic device to help you remember the order. A goes with T and C goes with G. A goes with T and C goes with G. Say that 5 times fast. 5. Lightning is hotter than the surface of the Sun. Let me explain. Lightning occurs when there's a discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, typically during a thunderstorm. The immense amount of energy released during a lightning strike can cause the air around it to reach temperatures of up to 30,000 degrees Celsius or 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's almost 3 times hotter than the surface of the Sun. Meanwhile, the surface of the Sun reaches temperatures of around 10,000 degrees Celsius or 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So, next time you're caught in a thunderstorm, remember to take cover because lightning is definitely hotter than the surface of the Sun. 6. Sound travels faster in water than in air. You might not think there's much of a difference, but here's the deal. Sound waves travel at approximately 343 meters per second, or 1,125 feet per second in air at room temperature. However, sound travels much faster in water at a whopping 1,480 meters per second, or 4,856 feet per second. That's over 4 times faster than in air. What makes this possible? Water molecules are more densely packed than air molecules, which allows sound waves to transmit more energy and travel faster. That's why, if you're underwater and you hear a noise, it seems like it's coming from all directions. The sound waves are just bouncing off everything around you so quickly that it is difficult to pinpoint the source. Also, this is why it's harder to hear sounds underwater. The sound waves are traveling so fast through the water that they reach in your ears before the waves in the air have a chance to reach them. So, if you're trying to listen to something underwater, like a dolphin clicking, You need to focus on the sounds coming directly from the water itself, rather than the sounds that are being transmitted through the air. 7. The periodic table has 118 confirmed elements. As of today, scientists have confirmed the existence of 118 elements on the periodic table. The periodic table is a chart that organizes all of the known chemical elements based on their atomic number, electron configuration, and recurring chemical properties. Each element is represented by a unique symbol, such as H for hydrogen and Fe for iron. The periodic table is an essential tool for chemists and other scientists, because it helps them to predict the properties of elements and to understand how they interact with each other. But did you know that there are even more elements that scientists are hoping to confirm in the future? Some of these elements are super heavy and radioactive, and they're still working on creating them in labs. Maybe you'll see one of those elements named after yourself one day. 8. The human brain contains around 86 billion neurons. Neurons are specialized cells that transmit information throughout the body via electrical impulses. They're responsible for everything we think, feel, and do, from the simplest reflex to the most complex thought. And the number of connections between neurons in the brain is even more mind-boggling. Scientists estimate that the average adult brain has around 1 quadrillion synapses. These synapses allow neurons to communicate with each other and process information. The human brain is truly a remarkable organ, and understanding how it works is a major focus of neuroscience research. By studying the brain, scientists hope to learn more about how it develops, how it repairs itself, and how it can be protected from diseases. 9. Sharks have been around longer than dinosaurs. Sharks have been on Earth for over 100 million years. They were around long before the first dinosaur appeared. In fact, sharks were around so long ago that they were swimming in the seas while the dinosaurs were still living. Sharks are true survivors. They've been able to adapt to changing environments and continue to thrive in oceans around the world. Today, there are over 500 species of sharks alive on our planet. Sharks come in all shapes and sizes, from the tiny dwarf lantern shark to the massive whale shark. Despite their differences, all sharks share some common features, such as their cartilaginous skeleton and their powerful jaws. Sharks are predators, meaning that they hunt and kill other animals for food. Their diet can vary depending on their species and habitat, but most sharks eat fish and other marine creatures. Sharks have a reputation for being dangerous to humans, but in reality, shark attacks are relatively rare. Sharks are an important part of the ocean ecosystem and play a vital role in keeping it healthy. They help to control populations of other species and provide food for other predators, including humans. So next time you hear about a shark attack, remember that sharks are truly amazing creatures that have been around for millions of years. Number 10. An octopus has 3 hearts. That's right. While most animals only have 1 heart, the octopus has 3. 2 of the hearts pump blood through the gills, where it picks up oxygen, and the 3rd heart circulates the oxygen-rich blood around the rest of the body. This is necessary because the octopus has a very active lifestyle. They move around a lot and need a lot of oxygen to stay healthy. Plus, their blood contains a special protein called hemocyanin, which gives it a blue color instead of the typical red color of most animals. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe for more informative content in the future. Bye for now.